Something kind of special. Vehicles for Change takes donated vehicles and we award them to families that need help. And right now we're going to give you the opportunity to see what happens when we do that. Marty's going to take the mic right now. This is Marty Schwartz, who is the president of Vehicles for Change. And Marty's taken this business and just done wonders with it. And over the past, since 1999, we have helped more than 4,000 families with vehicles. And Marty's been the one man who's been able to help those 4,000 people. So here's Marty Schwartz.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you very much. I really appreciate everybody being here tonight. This is our first ever event that we've held for Vehicles for Change of this type. And I really want to thank Mark Cohen, the owner and our host tonight of Towson BMW and Porsche. And also want to let everyone know that Mark has agreed to make a contribution to Vehicles for Change to anybody who buys a BMW or Porsche and mentions that they were here for this event. So, we're very pleased for that. But I really want to thank Mark for allowing us to be here. But most importantly, what I want to do is introduce Miss Leonard, who is one of our recipients and has a wonderful story. And this is her little guy, Joshua, right? You want to say hi? Just hi. And she has a wonderful story, like most of the 4,000 recipients who have gotten cars from us do. And I'm going to let Miss Leonard talk a little bit about, she's a little nervous, she's not used to public speaking, so please bear with her a little bit. And then we're going to actually award her a car, which she is wonderfully not even turned around to look at yet, so she's very excited. Yep. Come here, big guy.
Good evening, everyone. I don't know where to start. This is my miracle child. I was sitting back there in the back while everyone was while you all were enjoying yourself, and had written some notes here and what I was going to say, but I just think I'll speak from the heart today. As I was sitting back there and I was thinking about this opportunity, about this opportunity that has been presented to me today, I began to think, okay, well, how did you get here? 2009, I was living in Atlanta. I had a 4-bedroom, 3-bath house, half an acre of land, and I was in love and relocated back here, and the situation was volatile while I was pregnant with my son. At 6 months of pregnancy, I found out that my son had hydrocephalus. Right ventricle, left ventricle dilated. They told me to terminate. I refused to do so. 8 months pregnancy, they found something on his face, in between his eyes. They didn't know what it was. At delivery, it was found that he had a frontal nasal encephalocele, which means the hole between his eyes, he had a hole here. And the brain, the frontal lobe of his brain was sitting in between his eyes. In between his eyes here, no bridge, and then he had a tumor on the side. At 4 days of age, at Johns Hopkins Hospital, they performed the first surgery. He had an arachnoid cyst in his brain. They removed it. Okay. The first surgeon told me, we can't perform this next surgery to repair that encephalocele until he is 18 months of age. I said, that's not going to work. So I began to search for surgeons all over the country for him. And yes, I'm here in Baltimore. I didn't think of going to Johns Hopkins. I just thought it was just too far-fetched for me. And then I heard something in my spirit one day called Ben Carson, and that's what I did. And I took him to Ben Carson when he was 4 months of age, and he ran his fingers down my son's face, and he said, he's going to be fine. And at 6 months of age, yes, as you see, they cut him from ear to ear. Removed the frontal lobe, remove the cyst. The cyst and the tumor and the brain were in two separate sacs. And if it had not been so, he probably wouldn't have made it. So I think about this opportunity today and how did I get here? In a volatile situation, knowing that my child was going to have all of these issues, what was I going to do? Do I stay in a situation where the bills are paid and I can stay and take care of my son? Or do you leave the situation and think about the health of your son? Because leaving here would mean he would heal. So I did. 1 week before his surgery, I left. I forced myself into homelessness. No job, no money, no resources whatsoever, but I had trust and faith that everything was going to be all right. So I think about how I go from 4-bedroom, 3-bath house, half an acre of land, good job at FedEx Trade Networks. And then I look at my son and say it's well worth it. I had to do what I had to do. We are 3 brain surgeries down, 4 plastic surgeries, 1 left to go. Dr. Carson told me, by the time we finish with him, he'll have to tell people that he's had this surgery. So now I'm here, and I'm rebuilding my life. I haven't worked in 4 years. I've been home taking care of my son by the grace of God. I've had everything that I needed. But I've been rebuilding, and I liken this journey to a mountain climb, because every step I've taken, I've had to brace myself, and to put it all into perspective and take the next step. But he's been well worth it to me. And this opportunity that just opened up to me. I haven't worked, but in the interim, in between the surgeries, I went back to school. I got certifications in several different areas. Got my orientation at St. Agnes was September the 3rd. My son started school September the 4th. So I'm building, and then this opportunity, I said, well, God, I need a car. You know, this job is contingent, I need a car. And I heard about this opportunity, and I applied, and I'm so grateful today. Because I would stand on the bus stop, and I would turn my back to the traffic, because I didn't want anyone to see me, because I'm bigger than this. But it was a sacrifice. I sacrificed myself and the things that I wanted so my son can be who he is today. He's so loving. He's so bright. They sent my child home with a 25-page report saying he's going to be severely developmentally delayed. He's going to be followed in neurology all of his life. He's going to suffer seizures. And I said, no, he's great. He's far beyond his 3. If you would sit and talk to him, he's like a little yes, and I'm so grateful right now for this opportunity, because the journey has been rough. I've shed many tears, but I kept the faith the entire time. And I thank this organization for what you're doing, because you never know a person's story. You never know what someone is going through. Everyone is just not bad or just lazy. Some people are going through things. And when I have to sacrifice my life, put it on hold for 4 years, and then I look down and I see my son, and I said, I would do it all over again. I love him so much, and there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do for him. But people say, well, Ayanna, maybe you can go to work part-time. I said, I've got to put this time in. I had to put this time in. I've lived in homes where I'm sleeping on people's floor with my son. Sutures in his head. I lived in a home with no heat, writing prayers on the wall as I go. And I trusted God the whole time. So I'm very grateful right now to stand before you and say, my life is being restored. And it's been well worth it. So I pray that you all would find the heart and compassion for people like me and donate tonight, because it really matters. A lot of times we just need an opportunity. I had applied for the job at St. Agnes and they denied me, and I called them back. I said, look, I did my clinicals there at that hospital and I need an opportunity. And they said, oh, okay, well, we're gonna interview you. And I interviewed, and then the following week I got another email saying, oh, you're not qualified. I just said, okay, whatever. I went on, did what I was gonna do. I said, God, I'm just gonna trust you. And then Monday morning they called me and said, we have another opportunity. We wonder if you would take it. So this opportunity, this situation has humbled me in such a way. As I was sharing with Jen, I had a good job at FedEx. I could go back into the industry and make good money, but now I'm doing something working with people, and my heart, because of this situation I've gone through with my son, my heart is so weak for other people and their needs. I'm working in my passion, what I'm passionate about people. And when I see people come in, I encounter people every day who have issues, and I can relate. My heart is heavy for that. So I just want to say thank you. I don't mean to ramble on. I can't just sit down and write notes. I have to go from my heart. So I just want to thank you right now for this opportunity. Thank you, Vehicles for Change, and thank you, Mr. Cohn, for this opportunity today. And I hope you all enjoy the rest of your evening.